Good day, viewers. Welcome to Daily Insider TV, where we report stories that matters. I'm your host, TJ. We were sharing a story that actually matters of Pastor John. He's from Benue State, Nigeria. So he actually came into Iseyin 2006, and as a copper, and since then he has been here. He started with computer school, and he progressed into his school. We saw this academy in the primary school, and this is Triple D International College. The secondary school, it has JS1 to JS3. It's actually a wonderful and amazing story, very inspiring journey since 2006 to today, 2023. And this school has been standing since 2021 and going to 3 years now. And this is 2012. It's really a wonderful story that I want to share to inspire young people. And he actually shared a lot of inspiring words and shared his story. Join us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Well, glad to have you on Daily Insider TV. It's really an honor to be interviewing you this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
Okay, my name is Pastor Ogbu John. I'm from Benue State.
Okay, sir. Wow, that's wonderful, sir. So we heard stories about you that got us like intrigued, and we just had to come share your story with Iseyin and the word. So how did you first come to Iseyin?
Okay. My coming to Iseyin, let me begin to say that it was divinely arranged.
Wow.
Because when I was in the school, when I was in the high institution,
Yeah.
I prayed a prayer that God take me to where it seems fit for you. That I wouldn't want to be an employee, but I would like to be an employer. And when my posting letter came, I was sent to Oyo State, precisely Iseyin, to serve. That where I came to do my service. And thereafter, having served, I got the business opportunity. Having studied the environment, I got an idea to set up computer college.
Wow.
Because that is what I studied from school. And haven't embarked on that business. And the idea came up again that I should set up the school, of which this school was established September 6th, Destiny Child Academy, September 6th, 2012.
Wow.
And since then, God has been so faithful to us. School has been progressing till 2021, and it gave back to Triple D International College, which the college now has JSS1 and JSS2.
Wow.
This is the joining so far.
Wow, that's wonderful, sir. Can you please tell our viewers when exactly you came to Iseyin for service?
I came to Iseyin precisely September 2006.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time, and it's beautiful. From what you said, it was divinely orchestrated, and
Yeah.
I don't need to ask what made you stay, because from the beginning it was divinely orchestrated, and you took the instruction and the direction of God, and you stayed, and that is beautiful. So far, sir, have you faced any challenge since all this time? Then when you started up the school, did the people of the land easily accept what you were doing?
Yes. There is no business without challenges. The first challenge which I encountered was a financial challenge. And as God will have it, I am meant to understand that when you want to embark on the business, you don't need the whole heaven to be in your palm before you begin. The little I had, which I saved from my service year, I embarked on it. And as we started, the business began to progress. You start from little to big ones. And the business started progressing from the little we had. And we kept investing because we were not living a flamboyant life. From the beginning, we were embarked on investment. And we kept investing, and the school kept growing. till this stage. The second challenge, though, the second challenge is how to penetrate into the market. Because the business which we embark upon is not a virgin business.
Yeah.
There were many people in that field before we came to be.
True.
And when we came, we took the feasibility studies, we studied the environment, and then God gave us a site, and we started. But how we penetrated is in a God's hand. And one of the reasons God helped us much is know what we're doing. We embark on giving quality education. And when the public, the audience saw what we imparted into the children, that stirred up their interest, and they began to come to our school. So, but in the area of recipient of a truth, the habitant of Iseyin are hospitable. They are friendly. They accommodate visitors.
Wow.
They love visitors. Wow. Of a truth, they are good to stay with. Wow. And since I came, I've not regretted of staying back at Iseyin.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, sir. Thank you, sir. So, how do you overcome stress? It's not easy running two schools, Destiny Kids and Triple D. It's a lot. How do you overcome teachers, students, parents?
Yeah, well, one of the things that necessitated the establishment of the both schools from the beginning was passion.
Passion. Yeah.
It was not established with the sole aim of making profit.
Okay.
We had it in mind to impart quality knowledge into the children within this vicinity. So that passion kept us going. And when there is passion, the stress will be minimized.
That's true.
Because we put all our strength, I and my wife, we put all our strength, our mind and our mind into it. So that reduced the stress. But though running the two schools is not an easy business. But what we did, we delegated the functions and responsibilities to some people to take control. For example, in primary school, we have HM.
Okay.
We have school coordinator. Okay. The HM is in charge of anything academic affairs. Okay. And while the coordinator is in charge of anything administratively. Okay. Or maybe some things that go wrong in the school, instead of the teachers to come to me to boggle me, they go straight to the administrator, to coordinate me, to tell him that this is what is your problem. And anyone that has academic challenge, or maybe materials, school books, then they go to HM, marking of their lesson notes, taking care of the children, making sure that teachers deliver appropriately is in the hands of the HM. So what I do now is just to supervise, to make sure that things are not going wrong. And that of the secondary school has principal, it has vice principal, and it has teachers in each of the classes. And by the grace of God, we started 2021. The school began with JSS1, and that very year we had two arms, which is A and B. And the second year, which was just last year academic session, which we are about to round up now, we still God gave us breakthrough, and we still have A and B. Wow. So for now, JSS1 and JSS2 have 4 arms, and then we have principal, we have vice principal, and we have a class teacher, which is called form teachers. Each teacher has form report directly to the vice principal, academics, and vice principal reports to the principal. And if there is anything that they cannot handle, that's where they now report to me as a school director.
Wow, the organization and administration is really on point. Like, that's wonderful, sir. So, aside from your schools, what else do you have another business or something you do in Iseyin?
Right now, we don't have any other business apart from the school business, which is the secondary school and the primary school.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. So I noticed when you're talking, you're saying we. I believe that's you and your wife.
Yes.
So you both came down to saying all those years together?
Oh well, thank you very much. The reason I say we are meant to understand from the Holy Book, which is called Bible, which we believe that husband and wife are one.
Yes, sir.
So what belongs to a husband equally belongs to the wife.
Yes, sir.
Although we got married before we established the school.
Okay, so
It was after my service, I told you that I began my life here with computer institution, computer school, and I started with just a computer. I was able to buy just as of then to buy a computer from my alary, and we got to the environment where I served. I discovered that many people they lack computer knowledge, including the core members of my mate then. And it was one of the requirements which if you were to look for job then. So, and that occurred to me. I set up a computer college with just a computer, no printer, no photocopy machine. Wow. And it was just a computer desktop and just a monitor and CPU. Wow. And when we started, one thing about life, what God gives or what God tells you to do, He backs you up. Yes, sir. So I started with just a computer, and God backed me up. And that computer developed to so many branches. Wow. We have different branches. We have at Okaka, we have at Ipako, we have about 2 or 3 at Iseyin as a headquarters. Wow. But when God laid in our heart that we should establish the school, then I got married in the year 2010. Wow. And that was when my wife came. She came to meet the computer business on ground. And when God gave us the idea of this school, that we established the school 2012, we discovered that the school took much of our time. And because of people are not reliable. The people who entrusted those centers into their hands, they exploited us. Oh. So we now decided to close down all the centers and put our eggs in one basket, which is called Destiny Child and Triple D International College.
Wow, that's really a journey, sir. You had quite the experience.
Yes.
So, sir, what is you've I can see you really grow a lot. I can see that through the years what you're doing. So what is you talked about passion earlier.
Yeah.
So aside from passion, what is your driving force?
Yes. Number one, my driving force is to make sure that these kids, these pupils and students are well taught so that they will be able to compete with the world. Wow. We are not limiting these kids to this environment. So we groom our children to become to be able to mingle with people outside this country. Wow. And that is why we have qualified teachers. In our primary, we have qualified teachers. Our requirement here is not below NCE in primary school. Okay. And NCE upward, which will have a degree, we have NCE and the like. And that of secondary school, not just a degree, someone that can deliver. And we are not after experience, but we are after experts, people that can deliver. That is what we are after. So we are looking at our children that as time goes on, they will be able to compete some people that come from USA or from London, not just Nigeria alone. We are going international.
Wow, that's beautiful, sir. I'm motivated. So where do you see Destiny Kiddies and Triple D in the next 5 years?
Yes.
Picture.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
By the grace of God, I'm looking at Destiny Child that is by the grace of God, in the next 5 years, it will become an enviable entity.
Wow.
Enviable entity. This is our 9th. We are just going to the 10th year. Wow. By the grace of God. And we know where we are as far as this environment is concerned. So we look at Destiny and Triple D that the next 5 years, they will turn to enviable entities, which it will meet the international standard by the grace of God.
Wow, that's amazing, sir. Wow, if I could go on and on asking questions, but for today, let's cut it short.
Thank
so
you
before we go, do you have any advice, for we see coppers and people coming to students coming to you saying, and they're discouraged by the environment, they want to leave. Though from what you said, I deduced that it was divine direction. And but some people will still hear divine direction and they still say, and the land. What advice can you give to young people, coppers, students, people coming to you saying what?
Thank you very much. This is opportunity that I've been looking up to meet. As a core member or a young guys and young ladies that are just coming up, I would like to advise them that this white collar job we are running after is not in view. The best thing that we need now is for everyone to be creative in nature. Think of what to do for the government, not what government will do for you.
Wow.
Regard the environment. The best place to start up from is rural area. Because with the town, the city that we are looking up to, we have a lot of competitions there.
Sure.
Of which for you to penetrate into the market will be very, very difficult. So you begin your business from the rural area, you grow from one stage to another. You don't start big to grow big. You start small to grow big. That is how life goes. I will advise them that no one is created empty. Everyone has been endowed with specific gift. They should be able to discover what prompts or what stir up their joy most whenever they are doing. That is their calling. They don't expect any prophet to come. They don't expect anybody. Because I have love for children from the beginning. I love kids. I love handling kids from the beginning. And when I grew up and after my service, I discovered that this passion is still there, the zeal is still there, the love is still there. Then I said, okay, the only area I can gather kids is to establish school. And when we started, I saw that yes, this is where God wants us to be. So I will advise them that whatever they find doing, they should put in their mind. And the environment does not matter. Where you live does not matter, but what comes out of where you live. By the grace of God, I'm sitting down here today. I have about 33 employees on my payroll.
Wow.
That I pay them monthly.
Wow.
In both schools, both academics and non-academic staff.
Wow.
So, and I'm not looking for a job. By the grace of God, I'm not looking for a job. So I want to be an employer, and by the grace of God, I want to establish more businesses that I will be able to employ more people to reduce this level of unemployment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Wow, I really learned a lot from this section on this show, and I believe our viewers have gotten lots of knowledge and inspiration. We really appreciate you, sir, for having us at your office. Thank you, sir. Before we go, I want to ask a question. Are you going to live in Iseyin anytime soon? Don't you miss Benue State? Your Benue food, Benue culture.
Yeah. By grace, I am married, and God has blessed us with kids.
Yeah.
So, of which I believe I don't have intention to live in Iseyin very soon.
Wow.
Though I will leave, I will definitely leave,
Yeah.
but I don't have that intention for now. Missing about Benue, distance is not a barrier.
True.
I travel home often and I communicate with my people often. So anytime I need I've just returned about 2 months ago from my hometown. So, and I ate the kind of food that we usually eat in our area.
Wow.
So, and anytime I need that kind of food, my wife can cook that kind of food for me here too. So it's not a problem.
So we believe right now you can rap in Yoruba.
You know one thing about language can be created,
Okay.
and it can also die.
Yeah.
You understand? When the language that you don't use often, it can die. That's one of the characteristics of communication.
Yes, sir.
So, in regards to Yoruba, by the grace of God, I'm trying, I'm coping. But initially, when I came, it was very difficult for me because the language is too voluminous. The language is too voluminous. One word can mean about two, three different things.
That's true,
So, of which we strangers will find it difficult to understand and to speak. But by the grace of God, I think I'm coping by now. I should be able to go to the market and get some things bought with the language.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for watching. So share more stories that matters to you on Daily Insider. Have a nice day.
Amen. Thank you very much.